Today on this episode we're gonna take apart the Glow Art LED Glow Art, which was found at a local dollar store. Anybody that was born or raised in the 80s probably would remember the full-size version of this from a different company. We used to call it a Lite Brite. So, I haven't opened it. Let's take a look, see what's inside and how it works. Miniature pegs. And the unit, which of course, like most things, battery is not included. This takes 3 AAAs. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but if you can see in there, there's a bit of solder melted into the plastic. And it rattles. Let's see if it works. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of a light escaping through, so it does turn on, even though it rattles. Let's open it up and see what's inside before we start poking holes in it with the little pins. It has 4 screws in the 4 corners. Apparently it's stuck together. There we go. Oh, that's what's rattling. Piece of solder. Nice, bright, large LED. And a resistor and a switch. Pretty basic. Battery power to the resistor. Switch sends it back to the battery through the LED. And there's the hole for the LED. And you apparently only get 1 piece of paper with this thing. So once you poke your holes, it's pretty permanent. Let's open this up. Let's get out my well-used spudger and see if we can get this screen off. Well, it's a thin piece of plastic with something in the middle. They're self-healing holes. So we'll put it back together real quick and show you what I mean by self-healing holes. Not a big fan of how this LED works. It just slides in and out of the hole. Doesn't really have a direction. Too far in, it's going at an angle. I believe it was supposed to be on top of this pedestal, but there's really nothing to hold it down. We'll try that, see if that fixes it. So, as you can see, we have one in, and the hole's gone. So, it has self-healing holes, which means you can use it for multiple picture displays. It says there's one board with 50 pegs. Nowhere on this box does it say it's self-healing holes or multiple uses. Because the old Lite Brites, once you put a peg through, you had a hole in the paper. As you can see here, and there's no light shining through. And I kill one of these lights, make it more visible. Well, it appears you have just a few colors: blue, purple, pink, yellowish green, and clear. But now it's a little darker. No hole. So for $1, it's not a bad little toy. Sure, you can make a design on it of some sort. I'm assuming since there's 50 pegs, you get 50 or 10 each of each color. It does have the safety screw on the bottom, as you saw. I'll cut the cover back on so the batteries are trying to fall out. And any of you that like these little type of screwdrivers, this one's pretty nifty. I picked it up at a local hardware store. It's magnetic. It holds 6 bits in the handle. It's good for small hobby projects, and it lights up. So in case you're going into one of these holes that are deep recessed, you can't see inside, it gives you a little illumination. And it's a great emergency flashlight too. And you can carry it like a pen. I usually use this style. If it's a deep hole, these work better. But I have to carry a full set. This has all the bits inside the handle. Right there. Which may be hard to see since I have the light turned down. Well, let's see what we can make with this, and I'll be right back. Alright, this is what I did. Just a little RJC outro, random junk channel. For $1, well worth it. 3 AAAs, portable, self-healing holes. For the most part, there's a little gap in all of them. Worth it. It comes in colors. This one is a teal casing. Good for the kids. Does say 5 or older because of the choking hazard, because these pegs are very small. or for any adult who wants to relive their Lite Brite days but doesn't have the room to store one of those big old Lite Brite units. So the $1 LED art glow is worth it. Have a good one.